Tonight, as we stand here, our freedoms are being taken away on a daily basis. We cannot allow that to happen. National health is a freedom we can't afford. We can't afford this national health not only in dollars and cents, because it isn't free. The working public will pay. They will pay for each and every one that doesn't work to go to the doctor. I have family in England. I have watched my family in England die because of national health. I got a call from my uncle a few years ago, and he told me, Kath, I just haven't been feeling well. And I said, well, tell me, Uncle Ron, what's up? Uncle Ron said to me, well, you know, I have such pains in my sides. I have pains in my breastbone. And I called my sister after I got off the phone with him, and I said, Uncle Ron has cancer. I'm not a nurse. Now, he called me in March. He was diagnosed in September. He had been going to the doctor regularly, to the national health doctor, the socialized medicine doctor. Before he died, I got a call from my niece, or my cousin that's over there, and she said, I just don't know what to do. They give my dad a bone scan, but they've lost it. Until they find that bone scan, they can't do anything else for him. And I said, what do you mean they lost the bone scan? She said, well, they just can't find it. And I said, just wait, what's the number to the Macmillan House, the hospice house, and let me make a few calls. I'm in the United States of America, and I had to call and tell his health care attendants in England, in Stoke-on-Trent, England, that my uncle was not a number, that my uncle had children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews who loved him. And they'd better find that bone scan. Because if they didn't, my cousin's husband was going to be in there on Monday morning and wait until he had another one taken or that one was found. Amazingly, my cousin called me an hour later and said, Kath, guess what? They found Dad's scan. I have offered people over the years, when they start talking about socialized medicine and national health, if you know anybody who has cancer and our health care is not good enough, or our health care is too expensive, I'll buy you a one-way ticket to England, Canada, or any place in the EU, because you won't come back alive. You only need one way. We have the best health care in the world. We have issues. Nothing is perfect. We have issues with our health care. But as you could tell, I had a struggle getting up here tonight. I have a bum knee. I called the doctor on Friday morning and I said to him, I said, you know, Dr. Miller, I can't do this anymore. I've had Simvis shots, I've had cortisone shots, I've had all of this. I want PT. Well, Dr. Miller said, I'll see what I can do. An hour later, I had an appointment for PT. My aunt, who broke her back, waited 6 months for physical therapy in England. And it's amazing when you start talking about health care and the inadequacies in other countries. I stopped at the tea shop today and I was talking to Holly about what I was talking about tonight, and she said, you know what? She said, my aunt just died in Canada. And I said, tell me about it. She said, well, she went into the emergency room. She had cancer. She stayed in the emergency room basically for 5 weeks. They moved her into a room on a Saturday and she was dead on Monday. Is that health care? Is that what we want? 2 years ago, I was in England and was watching the House of Commons and Parliament as they had people come before it regarding health care. This woman had breast cancer. She begged them to please let her have the health care drug that would extend her life. Their answer to her was, we don't have enough for people on national health. It's only for privatized medicine people. Is that okay? 3 months later, she was dead. She got no medicine. In England, I have 4 pages of meds that the people on national health cannot receive. 4 pages. But if you have privatized medicine, you can get them. My cousin was not satisfied with the reports from his doctor through national health, so he paid to go have some tests with a private doctor with some private insurance. His doctor, after that, refused to see him because he had gone out of the system. And you know, if we really want to see how bad national health is, let us look today at how our veterans are treated, because you guys, our veterans and all of their health care facilities is national health. My dad would have been dead had he stayed at the Vets Hospital 3 years before he died. We cannot allow the government to tell us where we go, who we go to, and what we need. It is our body, it is our lives, and we need control. Please, whatever you do, don't let this happen.